Hello, everyone. We are back for our final segment of today's show on Real Talk, and I am joined now by Ray and Desiree. As I said, they're both volunteer members of the Real Talk Youth Impact Program. Ray, you have a little seniority here, so talk about how long you've been in the program and some of the changes that you've seen since its inception to now.
I was in the program since the beginning. We started, it's been 2000, next year, 13, I believe, when we started having our meetings. And it was just an idea. And since then, we put together a pretty good team of volunteers, programs for the youth. What I have noticed since I've been involved is the growth of the community getting involved, and the growth of the students that are the youth that are getting involved with the program and that are graduating. So it's through my eyes, it's been a success. There's always room for improvements. There's always room for more volunteers, because we're always going to have the issue with troubled youths. But so far since I've been involved, the program, I would say, is definitely a success.
Okay, and why are you still involved 4 years later? Why are you still committed? What keeps you coming back and continuing to give back?
Well, for me, it's a passion. It's a passion to help change lives, and that passion is not going to go away anytime soon. So I don't get paid for it. I know what it's like to be a troubled youth. I know what it's like to be brought up in a dysfunctional home, an unloving home. I know what it's like to run the streets, to sell drugs, to steal car stereos, to be in gangs. So if I can help pull one of those youths out of that environment, build up his self-esteem, plant a seed in his heart, give him a vision, help him nurture that vision, he or her, then I've done my job. I would do it all day long without expecting anything out of it.
How do you see your collaboration with the program changing in the future? Maybe new responsibilities. You talked about maybe documenting some of the children. Talk about what your vision is.
Well, my vision is, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I've been wanting to put together a documentary. I have a couple of projects that I do want to pitch to the networks, and that have to do with youth intervention. And if the right meetings come along, the right people come along, and we can get that going, the funding, that it would be great to put that together. And that way they can see it would be totally different than a Scared Straight program, because that's not what I'm all about. I'm about getting to the heart of the kids, because fear is not going to straighten a kid out.
Right.
Love, changing that heart condition, giving them planting that seed of that dream in their heart and nurturing it, that's going to change it. Wanting to give back, wanting to change other people's lives, that's going to make the difference. And if we could get that into a documentary, into a program, that's something I'm definitely working toward also.
You have a talk scheduled with CSN to address students there, is that correct?
That's correct. This Wednesday I will be their guest speaker. Cherie Cornell asked me to come in and speak to some of the future, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with law. It's one of the law classes or criminal justice classes, and that way they can get another point of view from the inside of the prison system, and I can share my experience of what goes on.
Sure.
Right.
And Desiree, you've been with the program for how long now?
2.5, maybe 3 years, almost 3.
Oh, I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe your experience with the Real Talk program. How did you hear about the Real Talk program, firstly?
I don't recall.
Yeah. You've been at it so long, you've kind of lost track of that, right?
Yes, I have. But I when I first heard of it, I knew that's for me. I really, those the kids that I need to speak to, because I know what it's like to grow up impoverished. I know what it's like to literally, when we hustle just to put food in our mouths. We hustled to put clothes on our back. We wasn't out there selling drugs or doing anything just because it was trending, because it was the thing to do. No, it was all that we had to do. It was all that we could do. So it's with this program, it's not that we talk at the kids or we talk over the kids. It's like we talk to them and we conversate. It's not like, hey, do this. No, it's I've been there. Mm-hmm. I was you. if I could go back and tell my 14-year-old you, this is the consequences of continuing to do this. This is the outcome of continuing to do this. You might want to rethink that path. You know, that's our whole thing. Like we said, if we can just change one, you know, then we've did our job.
Sure.
You know, we're not going to change everybody, but we can change one.
So from your perspective, you've been with the program for a couple of years now. What type of growth have you witnessed?
A lot of growth. Which is good, and then this is kind of like which is kind of bad, because that means a lot more kids are coming from the judicial system that are catching these cases. You know, that means that there's a lot more kids out there that are just taking that wrong turn. You know, not all of the kids are there for disciplinary actions, but it's growing hugely of the ones that are there for disciplinary action. So, but I'm glad they get to hear from us, somebody
Right.
that's been there. You know, we've done that. A lot of us wrote the book, baby. You feel me?
And rewriting
literally,
it.
right? Literally.
How do you see your collaboration changing with the program as you evolve and as you spend more time as a member?
Yes. So, I actually, and it's funny you said that. I want to actually put a reference of Real Talk in the book, in this book, and give kids an outlet to say, hey, okay, this is what we've done. However, here's a way that you can do something different. You know, try this program, you know, listen to the speakers, try out for the sports. They'll pay for it, you know? So whether if you want, the kids out there want to be a rapper, if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a boxer, if you want to be a dancer, I mean, you know, no matter what it is, you know, she'll pay for it. The Real Talk program, you know, they cut the checks. Hey, you know.
And you're also going to be addressing student body, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, definitely that.
What will be the topic of that speech?
Well, believe it or not, the dysfunction is the new normal. That's basically, and it's so funny you said that. Yes, but that is, you know, basically what the topic is, what I'll discuss. Is normal to us. However, it still is not normal, okay? I do want them to realize the way we grew up, how we grew up, what we're going through, this, it is dysfunctional, you know, but it took for me to be 30, I'm not going to tell you 30 what, but you know. It took for me to become grown to realize, oh my God, we had this thing all wrong. I mean, like from the beginning, we had it all wrong, but it was normal. And we just kept growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and we headed in the wrong direction completely.
Well, I want to give you an opportunity to talk again about your book, Ray. The name of your book is The Chauffeur. And I don't want to give too much of your book away, but it says From Federal Prison to Celebrity Chauffeur, a true life tale about second chances. And so that's what you're talking to these children about. Not so much the second chances, but an opportunity to not go down that road that
That's right.
you went down.
That's right.
Yeah. So how can people acquire this book?
The book is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart. If you Google Raymond Torres, The Chauffeur, you'll see a bunch of different links where you can purchase the books.
Go out and buy this book. This is a wonderful read. And Desiree, talk about your Dysfunction is the New Normal. Where can we acquire that? When can we expect that book to be coming out?
Yes, so the book is currently in pre-launch. However, you can go to DesireeInspires.com, DesireeInspires.com, and that's DESIRAE, Inspires.com, and you can actually get the book. You can pre-order the book. It is available on Amazon, pre-order, Barnes & Nobles. So yeah, we putting it out there. The
Fantastic.
goal, 10,000 of these books in the street, 2018, 10,000 books.
These members are really doing incredible
Yes.
things, mentoring the youth and engaging in phenomenal projects on their own, independently of the program. And I want to thank you both for your time today.
Yes, thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.
Yes, it was amazing.